Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? Matt Antonelli here with Antonelli Softball. Today we're looking at Ali Aguilar's fielding mechanics. She's one of the top infielders in the country, plays at Washington. So we're going to break down kind of her fielding mechanics. She's a middle infielder. We've talked about in the past in some other videos a lot of the keys to fielding, so definitely go back and check those out if you have not seen those already. But we'll kind of delve into a couple things here as well, because she does a lot of things really, really well. Obviously one of the top players in the country. So here's some keys to infield play. First thing that we talk about is how we're going to approach the ball. All right, so we always want to try to get to the right side of the ball so that we can work back to the left. Now on this ball that's hit to her, it's already hit kind of to her left, so she's already on the right part of the ball, so she doesn't have to get around it. But if the ball's hit just to our right, we want to try to get around the ball to the right so that we can move back and get our direction back going and our momentum going towards first base. The other thing is, when we're able to get to the right of the ball a little bit here, you're going to be able to see the hops a little bit better, okay? So if you're looking straight on, if she was standing here and looking straight on at the ball and coming straight in at it, it's a lot tougher to read the speed of the ball, and you can't see the distance between the hops because it's just difficult looking straight on. Think about standing on a road, right, or a highway, and seeing a car come straight at you. It's tough to tell how fast it's coming when it's coming straight at you. But if you moved over to the side and saw it on an angle, you'd much more easily be able to see how fast the car was traveling. It's the same thing with the ball. You can see the hops better when you're on the side of the ball. You can read the speed of the ball better, and so then you can determine which hop you want to take. Do I want to step up and take the short hop? Do I want to sit back a little, take the long hop? Do I have to speed up? Do I have to slow down? All that stuff, okay? So get to the right of the ball. And the key we use with our players, we say get the ball in your left ear. So if you get around it and get the ball in your left ear and then move back through it, you're good. Doesn't have to be this big, giant move around the ball. Just enough to the right of the ball so you can see the hops and then work back towards your target. So now once she works back towards her target, here's a couple of keys. Okay, one is she goes right, left field. Okay, so really, really important. That's the way the footwork is going to be. It's going to put you in rhythm. It's going to allow you to field the ball and get rid of it quickly. So it's right, left, field, right there. Okay, there should be a triangle between your 2 feet and your glove. Okay, we tell all our players when they field the ball, they want to field the ball over their left eye. Okay, right here she's fielding it probably more right in the middle of her body. What we say is you never want to field the ball to the right of your midline. You always want to field the ball to the left. And so that's why we say field the ball over your left eye, because it's just to the left of your midline. I'd say that's the perfect position. That's where your glove opens most freely and openly to the ball. Okay? The more you get your glove to the right part of your body, the stiffer your hand gets, because you have to kind of manipulate your hand and turn your hand to open the pocket to the ball, and your hand gets stiff, your arm gets stiff, and we don't want stiff hands. Okay? So you want to try to feel the ball over your left eye. The other reason is because you're always moving this way, right? We're always trying to get to the right of the ball and move this way. So if we're moving this way and we feel the ball on this side of our body and the ball comes up and hits us in the chest, say, well, we're moving this way. Now it's going to hit us on the right part of our chest or up near our right shoulder. The ball's going to hit us and bounce over here, and we're going to have no chance to replay the ball. If we're moving this way, like we should be, towards first, and now we're trying to fill the ball over our left eye and the ball comes up and hits us, it's going to hit us more in the left part of our body, or now back more towards the middle since we're moving to the left, and the ball's going to bounce right back down in front of us, and we're going to have a chance to pick it up and replay it for an out. So it's really, really important on those balls where you get kind of a bad hop. Well, the ball just comes up and hits you. All right? So now, once we establish left eye, failing over left eye, a couple other things. We want to have a flat back. So we tell our players, act like I want your back to be like an ironing board. I want to be able to iron a shirt right off of your back, okay? So back flat, what that does is it gets our eyes down in the action, and the closer you get your eyes to the ball, the better fielder you'll be. Every top fielder I see gets down low, eyes really close to the ball, all right? The other thing a flat back does, it gets our hands out in front and able to work from the ground up. So we always want to try to get below the ball. We want to work from the ground up. We don't want to work from high to low, because then we have stiff hands going down to the ball. We want soft hands. So we want to work below the ball, get down on the ground, and then work up if we have to, okay? We want our hands out front because we want to be able to see the ball and the glove in the same view at all times. if your back is real vertical and you're high, your glove is not going to go out front as much, it's going to be more underneath you. And then you'll be able to see the ball, but you won't be able to see the glove. And you've got to see both. The best infielders always see both. How are you supposed to get the ball to go in your glove consistently if you can't see your glove? It's very difficult. So that's the key. Be able to see your glove and the ball at the same view at the same time by having your glove out front. And how do you do that? You get your back flat. Okay? So, hands out front. Let me say this real quick. There is such a thing as getting your hands too far out front. So I don't want my left arm to be extended all the way so that my elbow and arm get really tight. I want to have a slight bend in my glove arm. Okay, there should be a slight bend in the elbow so that my hands are out front, but it's soft. I have a soft hand position. I can move my glove freely. There's no tension in there. Because again, I want to receive the ball softly. I don't want hard hands. The ball's already coming hard enough at me. I don't want to add any hardness to the ball. Okay, so that's key. Once we field, we bring the ball to the middle of our body. Now, this is a point that is debated a lot. A lot of times people say, well, that's not the way I've been taught. That's not the way, this person taught me, that person, whatever. My response to that is, well, I've got a bunch of responses to that. The first thing is, when I watch the best infielders, when I watch the top college players, the top professional players, whether it's softball or baseball, they funnel the ball and bring the ball to the middle of the body. Okay? You're always taught to have soft hands, right? Everyone talks about soft hands, soft hands, soft hands. When you catch a ball thrown at you, you catch it, you receive it. You don't push through a ball that's thrown at you, right? It doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to accurately catch the ball where I want in the glove if I'm always pushing at the ball instead of just catching it and receiving it? So it's the same thing in fielding. I want to receive the ball softly, right? I want to have soft hands. So I'm going to receive the ball, bring it to the middle of my body. The other thing is, I want to be able to break my hands from the same position every time. So I always talk about, to fielders, whether it's softball or baseball fielders, I talk about baseball pitchers, right? Baseball pitchers, their job is to throw the ball accurately more often than anyone else. That's their job. They have to be able to throw the ball accurately or else they're not going to have a job for very long. And when they come set, they bring the ball to the middle of their body every single time. They bring it to the same point every single time. They don't one time bring the ball way up here and then one time bring it down here. No, because consistent positions will lead to a consistent release point, which will lead to consistent accuracy. So as an infielder, I want to do the same thing. I want to bring the ball to the same point every time, so I break my hand to the same point every time, so that my arm, my release point is pretty much the same every time, so that my throws go in the same spot every time. Makes sense. I want to be consistent with everything. So that's the idea. Bring the ball to the same point every time, whether you field it one-handed out here, backhanded, I jump and catch it, I step up, or whatever. It doesn't matter. After I catch it, I bring the ball, boom, back to the middle of my body, so that I can break my hands from the same spot and get to a consistent throwing position every single time. So really, really important. Funnel the ball to the middle of your body. While you're doing that, you're going to go right to left, left to target. Right to left, left to target. Doesn't matter the infield position. Doesn't really matter the ball that's hit to you. You're always going to field and go right to left, left to target. It's the quickest way to get momentum going to your target, to be balanced and athletic, to lock your front shoulder on your target. You can field this ball anyway. You can field it looking the other way. If you go right to left, left to target, you'll be lined up to throw right here every single time. Consistent position leads to consistent throws, accuracy, okay, and power. So as I'm funneling right to left, left to target, boom, I set up to throw, okay. Arm action. We talk about breaking thumbs down. You can see right here when you break thumbs down, her fingers, I know it's far away, but her fingers are on top of the ball. The thumb's below it, right? So thumbs down, short arm action. See the ball comes right across her chest, and it's ready to throw, okay? So she's going to be able to get this ball out of her hand quickly. The thing we use with our players that we've had a lot of success with, we tell them they're standing in water. That's a horrible line for water. They're standing in water up to their waist, okay? Here's beautiful water right here. Ball can't get wet. Ball can't go down, okay? I field the ball, bring it to my chest, bring it across my chest by going thumbs down, up and throw, all right, as infielders. Outfielders, yeah, you can have longer arm actions. You got to throw the ball further. Infielders, ball's got to come up and get out pretty quickly, okay? So that's the idea. Up and out and follow my throw, okay? Watch this a few times. That's pretty good right there. You watch the best infielders in the country, they're going to look like this. You turn on TV, watch the best baseball infielders in the country, they're going to look like this. It's remarkable how they do almost everything exactly the same. Obviously, stylistically, yeah, maybe some people are a little bit different, but this is what it's going to look like. So, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I know it's a lot of info, but I've studied infield play for a long time and tried to pick out the consistent things that all the best players do, and this is them. All right, so if you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Share it with all your friends. Check out the description box below. I've got a bunch of stuff in there for you guys also. And that's all I got. Thank you again, guys. Good luck to you, and we'll talk to you later.